Alright, so if you were to come from... If you were to come from the Warriors Guild, you could have gone to here, opened this gate, and went this way. But, as I said, you wouldn't get the key this way. So this one is better. So, let's go into the Warriors Guild.
What you do, pay somebody? We're supposed to offer you a familiar. For free, curse ya! And you're not even a lousy apprentice yet.
What familiar does this Warriors Guild offer? Is it like a little living sword or something?
It's a golem. Iron Golem. Best friend a warrior ever had. Or so I hear. I was just about to advance to where's I could get myself a familiar. That was right before this last accident. Here, take a look at this. Thing. This is Lig. You want him, you got him. Just put your mark in the logbook here. So, to finish your little errand? All them little rats dead?
Yes. What is my next assignment? I don't have a lot of time to waste.
Time to waste, huh? I'm just about to swear you into the Iron Ring, the best Warriors Guild that ever fought, and you're calling it a waste of time?
Excuse me. I did not mean that the ceremony was a waste of time. I am truly honored at being accepted into the Iron Ring, if I may presume that I am in fact being accepted. My waste comment was merely an indication of my personal concern for the dwindling opportunities I perceive for finding my missing soul and saving my own life. Please excuse my selfishness.
Okay, maybe I was a little hard on you. Anyway, here goes. Put your hand on your heart. Do you, Copper, promise to uphold the Code of the Warrior and the rules of the Iron Ring?
I do.
Good, so now you're in.
Thank you, Brother Solarian. I appreciate your trust in me. What's my next assignment?
What's next is you're an apprentice. You go practice for a while and come back later. You don't get no next assignment until you've been in the family a bit longer. So if that's all, I've got breakfast waiting for me.
Fine. I'll go practice or something.
So, now I'm officially a warrior.
Aye, and here's one of your new mates now. Morrison, get a load of this here. We got a surprise for you. This is Copper, and he's just joined our guild.
Copper, is it? Pleased to meet you, laddie. I'm Morrison, and I have to say I'm a bit surprised.
Surprised? Isn't this guild open to anyone who passes the tests? Why should my age make any difference?
Nay, I didn't mean that. The heart of a warrior cannot have no age requirement to possess. Easy now. I refer to Solarian. You must have a bit of spunk to have gotten past his growlings. He's sort of grumpy, but still fancies himself a comedian.
Well, thanks. But take my word, I'm used to that sort of thing.
You'd be Eric's son?
Yes, that's me.
Aye, now I'd be understanding. The accident, the dreaded soul hounds. My sympathies are with you, lad. Your father will be missed by all Gladstone.
Thank you. But now I suppose I should be getting along on my shopping trip here.
As you wish. All right, then. Welcome aboard, lad, and the best of luck on your quests.
So, a little fun fact. Let's see if this works.
Have ye gone daft? You nay should have done that.
We don't care who you are, boy.
Alright.
Maybe a year or two in the dungeon will improve your attitude.
Or maybe we'll hang you right away.
Probably up to Lord Jaren to decide. You a good friend of Lord Jaren, boy?
I think I've missed my window of opportunity. So, you can actually hit this guy during a certain window when he talks, and it will give you experience for it. But I think I can't do it right now. Oh well. So, this is the shop of the Warriors Guild. They don't sell too much interesting items, just some iron shields, some armor. It really isn't that useful. Over here we have a few more interesting items. We've got a full plate harness, or plate mail breastplate. There's a Bizua rings. These are nice and all, but they're not too good. Over here is probably the best ranged weapon in the game until pretty much the end. This is a great bow shift. I actually, unfortunately, can't afford it right now, but we will come back later. And over here are some pretty nice prism longswords. If they weren't so expensive, these would be pretty nice beginner's weapons. If you use these, they actually have a chance to stun your enemy. But we won't get them, they are too expensive, and by the time we get enough money, they probably won't be worth it anymore. Also, by joining the Fighters Guild, you get access, or rather, you get access to here anyway, you get cheaper access to the Gauntlet and the Sparring Simulator. If you're not member of this guild, these will cost 100 crowns each. Now they will only cost 10. We will visit them later.
Help yourself, and I'll add up when you're done.
So let's report back to the Mages Guild.
Oh, Copper. You have friends in high places. All the guilds have been instructed to offer you familiars. So, would you like a familiar?
What have you got?
Copper, meet Griselda. She's a homunculus. If you want her, sign for her here in the book. Have you got the portal sample?
Sure have. Let me tell you, there are some strange things going on out in the woods.
I think I know what you mean. Well, give me the crystal just to make it official. Thanks. And now you can join the Talamari. And oh, I'm the one who will swear you in. Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Copper Legray, do solemnly swear...
I, Copper Legray, do solemnly swear...
to uphold the code of the Talamari, to use magical powers only for good, to honor the memories of members past, present, and future.
To uphold the code of the Talamari, to use magical powers only for good, to honor the memories of members past, present, and future,
to be cautious in embarking on personal quests, and to hold the defense of Gladstone as my primary responsibility.
to be cautious in embarking on personal quests, and to hold the defense of Gladstone as my primary responsibility.
Wonderful. We're finished.
Great.
Congratulations and welcome. You are now a member of the famous Talamari.
This is good. I've always sort of wanted to be a Talamari. Thank you, Sinead. I think this is a good thing. I'm sure my soul problem is magical. I'm hoping to improve my own magical skills to be able to cure myself or find my soul or whatever.
Well, I hope we can help. If you practice with the magic you've got, I can offer you advancement within the guild. You don't have to be an apprentice forever. Just practice.
I've got it. I'm an apprentice magician now, and I should practice to get better. That sounds reasonable.
Alright, so in this guild we get access, or again, you get cheaper access to these charging stations. This fire crystal, for example, we can use it 3 times, basically shoot 3 fireballs, and then it's depleted. If we pay 10 crowns, oh, it's actually 50 crowns, sorry. If you pay 50 crowns, I think it's then 500 for non-members. You can recharge these. Also, we get access to the library.
Excuse me, I didn't realize there was someone in here.
I am just leaving.
Are you a member of the Talamari?
Yes, I am Rin.
I'm Copper. I've just joined.
Copper. Just joined.
Was that you I saw practicing with your spells? I can't wait until I can do that stuff. It looked really amazing from down here.
Yes, we must all practice our spells.
Well, it was really nice to meet you. Maybe I'll see you again sometime.
That is unlikely.
Wow. Are those your wings?
Yes, all Mirian have wings.
I could have guessed you weren't from here.
Well. So, this is the library of the Talamari. Basically, they have mostly offensive spells, but a few minor defensive spells as well. So, for example, they have Lesser Heal as well. It would cost 50 crowns, but we already have it, so we can just pick it up for free. If we pick up a spell we don't already have, like this Greater Shield spell, for example, a barrier will pop up and we will have to pay to get out. But let's just clean this up for a bit. Don't need these. There's actually a little exploit in here. For example, there are 2 lesser drain spells. If I pick up this one, the game would charge me for it, but it also will add it into my spellbook for now. But if I pick up the second one, notice there's no price tag, and now I can drop the first one, and I basically got this spell for free. However, I haven't actually learned it, I just have equipped it. So the difference is, I don't have it in my spellbook, so you can delete spells like this Lesser Spark, and you can regenerate them, like this. I cannot regenerate Lesser Drain if I get rid of it. I probably will never use it anyway, but I got it for free. So, other than that, there's the Lesser Light spell, which is pretty useful, and it's pretty cheap as well. We can get this Spark spell just to get rid of it. So the library will restock. The rest of the spells, this one is pretty nice, it's a stun, but I won't use it anyway, so let's not bother. Yep, that's it.
Thank you. Thank you for visiting the Talamari Library.
Up here's a regeneration pool, so
Please return at your convenience.
if I stand into this, I get a high rate of regeneration. I could spam spells to level up, but it will take a pretty long time, and it's not fun, and I won't do it. So over here, actually, a few freebies. Just pick them up. You cannot fall down here, so if we walk into here, we get stuck. So don't worry.
You're right, Sinead. This is a nice store.
So this is the store. There are few interesting items, and by few I mean very few interesting items in here. Most of them are just crafting materials. These are basically just like the flash pots. They are bombs, but these ones are timed. They are pretty useless. These ones will make you fall asleep and recover some health. These make a small light source and are crafting materials. Some leather gloves. Amber is a crafting material. Mana bracers will increase your maximum magicka by 25%, but will also decrease your maximum health by 25%, so they are not too good. Gargoyle bracers will reduce cost of summoning spells. Lightning crystals are single-use lightning flashes. Dragon Gem will increase your defense. The Draconic Dagger is actually a pretty strong melee weapon, if you can see. But it's also very expensive, and I cannot drop it. No, I can. It's very expensive, and by the time we get that money again, we will probably have something better. The rest of it, this Light Dagger is pretty fun. So, can I try it out in the store? Yeah, basically you can use it to shoot these light blades. It will not cost any magic, which is nice, but it's also very cheap. It's not that strong though, so don't bother. Actually, these weapons are designed to be equipped in the melee slot and are very, very weak melee weapons, but you can just cast them directly from your hand, which makes you able to equip a melee weapon, a strong melee weapon, and these types of weapons. Also, there are stone bracers. These are pretty nice. They actually make you invulnerable against any kind of poison, which is pretty strong and kind of makes no sense, but it's what I do. However, we should sell a few items here.
Do you want to sell that?
Like these, we won't use this.
Do you want to sell that?
I want to actually use this. I don't think I will really need this ivory chip, and it fetches quite a bit of money, so let's sell it.
Do you want to sell that?
I'd like to, yes, please.
I think I might be able to use these. Let's sell this.
Do you want to sell that?
I'd like to, yes,
Let's
please.
sell some alloy.
I'd like to, yes, please.
Oh, don't
Do you
drop
want to
it.
sell that?
I'd like to, yes, please.
Do you want to sell
I
that?
think we're
I'd
done.
like to, yes, please. I'd better be going.
Alright, we actually got a few new skills thanks to our guild. So from the Warriors Guild we get the Mighty Blow. Basically it increases our melee damage, and it also allows us a few interactions with a few items, or rather environmental objects. For the Mage's Guild, we basically get a magic or offensive magic decrease cost ability. Pretty basic stuff. We will get more if we advance in these skills.
Ah, Copper. You, somebody in keep likes. We have here need to offer you familiar. Myself, I do not even have. You would like familiar?
What sort of familiar does this guild have?
Here, on perch. Glitter fair she is. Meet Goldie. If you want, sign name in book here. Have you finished task for Finch House? You have meat for poor?
Yes, I do. I assumed I was supposed to.
Good. You put on table here sometime, but not now. Now you receive blessing and become member of all.
Screw the rolls.
Stand here on seal. Our guidance, strewer of forest floor, crafter of flowers, power of fragrance and magic. Ask we now that you accept as our brother Copper. Give him guidance as you give to us. Welcome, Finch Copper. You are now a member of Finch Guild.
Thank you, Finch Boris. I appreciate your trust in me. Do I have to wear one of those robes, though?
No need for robe now, just practice. Practice all. Use herbs, use magic, practice weapons for strong body. Practice all.
All right, I can do that. And I do have a request to make now. I have lost my soul, and am anxious to recover it. Does our Finch's Guild have anything that might help me?
I have heard of soul is missing. You look inside world, on other side of portal. Your search perhaps good for you, and good for Finches, if you find new herbs. I ask Brother Josiah what help we can for you.
Fair enough. I'll go look in the portal world, and if I find anything interesting, I'll bring some back. You know, I do feel different. I do feel like a member of the Clerics Guild.
Alright. Here we have another one of these regeneration pools. We get cheaper access to these services, which are basically buffs. And I think one is Blessing of Spirit. I think this one increases your magic. Blessing of the Body, which increases your health for some time. And this one we cannot use at all for the moment. Here you can resurrect your familiar if they should die. Actually, on the familiars, this guild has the Glitter Fae Goldie. She basically heals you. I think she's one of the best ones, but she has a bit of a weird character. Also, we could get Lick, the Iron Golem. He's overpowered. He can literally one-shot bosses later in the game, and he's not very fun company at all. I think we will get Griselda. She's not too strong. She's the mage type familiar. She can use some nice spells, deal some decent damage, but I like her character the most. She's a bit sarcastic, and I like her. The other one would have been Cyrus, the familiar. He's also nice enough, but at least his character is nice enough, but he's not too good. So again, just pick up these spells we already have, so to get rid of them. Here we can steal the Poison Shield spell. So let's do this. Pick up a normal Poison Shield spell. Let's get rid of these. Pick up this one and place it back down. Poison Shield is basically a spell we cannot use it yet because we don't have enough magic, but it basically makes us immune and cures all poison. It makes us immune to all poison and cures it. Damage Shield is a really strong spell, and it's really cheap, so let's pick it up. Damage Shield will decrease all damage. Any and all damage. Yeah. It will halve any damage taken by the caster and increase our protection by 25%. So it's a really strong defensive spell. And it's only 200 crowns.
Your donations on the material plane will allow us to continue our search. Thank you.
So the Shop of the Finches is actually the most disappointing one. They only have some basic stuff in here. They have the stone braces as well, which is nice, but the rest of the stuff is really boring. But we can sell a few things. We don't need this antidote anymore. Now these Geldenberries, we bought them for 10, sell them for 21. I actually need a bit of money, so I will sell anything I can.
You wish to sell, and we will buy.
Even though I can use these mana foils, I will sell them. But they don't fetch too much. Doesn't matter, I need money.
You wish to sell,
and these chainmail gloves. That's still not enough, I'm afraid. But I think we can sell a few other things. I will keep this one just to reserve the spot in the inventory.
Well, so long, Boris.
So, if I were to go back to the Fighters Guild. There's actually... Oh, there's another Geldenberry and there's some money in this pool. Just have to pick it up. Alright, I remember now. So, later on we will get the ability to climb pipes and ropes and stuff like that. But the game, again, is a bit poorly programmed and they actually never check if you can do it. So, we can already climb up here without having the skill for it. You can remove this window and there's a lot of stuff in here. And also over here. And just make sure we don't die. Falling damage in this game is a bit on the punishing side. So get another one of these. These ones, storm crystals, are very valuable. We can sell this one. Also we found this fire shield. This is pretty useful. This one, while we have it equipped, will take less fire damage, but we will take more ice damage. But we won't encounter ice damage for a while, so we can safely equip it. And we can open this gate over here. So now I will take this gem back to the Mages Guild, since they pay handsomely for it.
Hello again, Copper.
2,000 crowns.
Do you want to sell that?
I'd like to, yes, please. I'd better be going.
So the storm crystal, actually, if you were to use it, it basically one-shots any enemy that's not a boss enemy. This sounds strong, but it's really not that strong. It's single use and then you have to recharge it for 50. It's not that good.
Help yourself and I'll add up when you're done.
But now we can actually afford one of the best weapons in the game and the best ranged weapon for a long time. It doesn't deal a lot of damage, only 50. But it has some very nice side effects.
I'd like to buy this.
Then we'll sell it to you.
So, the special ability of the Great Bow Shift. First of all projectiles of this bow are homing. I'm not sure if that was intended, but it's how it works. Also, this bow can fire 3 types of elemental arrows and normal arrows. So, it can fire ice arrows, lightning arrows, and fire arrows. Fire, ice, and lightning. Depending on the enemy's weakness. So if you fight an enemy that's weak to fire, it will fire fire arrows. And if you fight an enemy that's weak to ice attacks, it will fire ice attacks, ice arrows. All of them homing, of course, except for the lightning, which just instantly hits the enemy. And if you fight an enemy that's not vulnerable against any elements, it will fire normal arrows, homing normal arrows. This makes this bow really, really strong. And actually pretty much the best weapon in the game until very, very late. So let's try out the gauntlet to We have joined all guilds, haven't we? Alright. We got the herb lore, which basically identifies any herbs completely. So, for example, aloe leaves. We now know everything about it. But also, if we have an item which we can craft, it will give us the recipe for it. For example, mana foils are made from a silver leaf and rainbow sulfite. So if we had these items, we could create mana foils ourselves. So let's try the gauntlet. I will make a hard save, just in case this one tends to bug.